You are now listening to Let's Talk with Edigga podcast. Now, get ready to join today's conversation of topics with your host, Edigga.
What's good? What's good? What's really, really good? Good people. Never did I do this before. Let's Talk with Edigga was a show. For those who don't know, I'm just gonna let y'all in on a little secret. If y'all don't know what it is, it was a show at one time. I converted it into a podcast. So, special live broadcast tonight, because what I wanted to do is do a 3-part series on photography. For those who know me, for those who don't know, I love photography. I love pictures. I love the process. And nothing is better than a photographer with an eye, talented photographers. And I have met some very dope photographers in my journey in this arena. And the pictures that I see and the pictures that I watch, or the pictures that have been taken of me, was just incredible. And I watch photography. I dabble with it. I am no expert. And that's why I named this Beauty is in the Eye of the Beholder. And like I said, this is a 3-part series, which I will be talking to very talented and awesome photographers. One person in particular I want to bring on tonight is not only a classmate, that 450 love. You got to show love to my alma mater, which is Douglas High School here in Baltimore. But she is a very talented photographer, and her business, Daisy B Photography, and we're going to show some pictures that she took just recently, and want to get you to see what she does. She is awesome. So I'm going to stop talking. You know how I am when I get to talking. I'm going to bring her on. My good friend and classmate, that 450 love, gotta show it, Daisy Brown. What's good with you, girl?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Always a pleasure. So, Daisy, thank you again for coming on the show. I appreciate you. I know you had a busy day today.
Yes.
Yes.
That's like an understatement, but yeah. You had no idea when you said, "Are we still on tonight?" I'm like, shoot, yes. Hold on. Because I was just getting ready to sit down and watch A Night in Miami.
Oh, I heard that was good.
So
I heard that was good.
This is going to be my night. So I just paused it just for you. Only for my ducks. Because anybody else would be like, nah, we'll reschedule.
Right. So Daisy, let's start with your business, Daisy B Photography.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, how long have you been doing photography? I know I just seen it like
right.
recently, but how long have you dabbled into photography?
Believe it or not, surprise to a lot of people, I started in the 3rd or 4th grade.
Okay.
Just with your basic roll of film, pre-digital. Okay. And I had did that for a long time just because, and I noticed the pictures that I was taking were pretty decent for somebody that was just taking pictures just because.
Okay.
But it wasn't until, I'll say, maybe 2.5 years ago that I decided to invest into an actual professional camera.
Okay.
That I've never had.
Okay.
And I picked it up and I just started taking pictures of things that I usually take. And I'm like, oh my God, this is just taking it to a whole nother level.
Yes.
You know, this is something that I'm supposed to be doing. So, as you know, previously for 11 years, I did cupcakes.
Yes.
And I stayed in that arena of culinary, going to culinary school, becoming a chef, catering business, 11 years in the books.
Wow.
And 2.5 years ago, I picked up the camera and put down the cupcakes. And I realized that this is what I should have been doing all along. So, yeah.
Let's talk about that for a minute. You said you put down the cupcakes and picked up a camera. Do you feel that photography is easier than baking?
I think they may be about the same in their own respective areas.
Okay.
Because there's no way in the world that you can compare the two and say they're similar. Because, cooking and satisfying people and their taste and all that other kind of stuff is one thing when it's food.
Right.
But being photography, being sort of like an art, is subject.
Right.
To the person that's looking at it.
Right.
So it might look one way to one person, look a whole nother way to somebody else.
Right.
And look like something else to myself.
Right.
So you never know. You just got to kind of just put yourself out there.
Right. Right. So when you are doing photography, what is it that you look for as a photographer? What is that one thing or a couple of things that you look for when you are trying to capture that moment, or you trying to capture that scene? What is it that you look for?
Well, I consider myself a freelance photographer first.
Okay.
So I'm not necessarily the wedding person, the family portrait or whatever. And my tagline is, I capture what my heart sees.
Ooh, okay.
So
I love that.
If my heart isn't feeling it, I'm not taking it.
Okay.
And so I take it very personal.
Okay.
I take it very personally, but just like what you said, I like to capture moments.
Right.
And as corny and as, general as it might sound, I look for the actual moment. I'm like, that's it.
Right. Right.
Across the board.
Right. Now that's awesome. I love that tagline, by the way. We're gonna go to some of your pictures that you've taken, if we can. And this is one in particular. When you showed it to me, I was instantly captivated by it.
Yeah.
And everybody is on this new trend of chucks and pearls because of the new African-American female vice president. That's what she rocks.
That's right.
Yes. Give it up for Kamala Harris. I love this picture, by the way. When you sent it over, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
This is nice. When did you take this?
Well, here's the funny thing. Again, I'm always in the moment and I'm looking at things. And I was actually working that day. This is the night of the inauguration, actually.
Oh, okay.
And so I have a home studio set up on the other side of me.
Okay.
And I forgot I had Converses in my closet.
Oh, okay.
I've always had these pearls, but I never really wear those together because I'm always all over the place.
Right.
So I said, I don't have time to put these on and get all dressed up or whatever. So I'm just going to take a picture of the subject.
Okay.
So what I did was I went and got my shoes, got the pearls, propped them over here in a chair.
Okay.
Turned on the light, took the picture, and loaded up. The
Elegant.
night of the inauguration, literally like as things were going on.
Elegant. I love it. I love it. And I'm going to go to this next picture right here, which I can't. I'm working with two screens.
Okay.
This is beautiful. This is Fells Point, correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Love Fells Point for the atmosphere. I just love, I love black and white photography. I mean, I love all photography, but I love a good black and white photo. So explain what's going on in this picture right here.
So basically, black and white is my style. It always has been.
Okay.
I like to capture things that are timeless.
Okay.
So if you go 30 years from this point, it'll still be relevant. And the story and the meaning that you get from it is going to change over time, but the picture is still going to be relevant. So I love black and white. That's pretty much my main lane.
Right.
With everything from people to things. So I was on my way to interview a local artist, Lauren Cornish, who's a mosaic artist, and a dear friend of mine who has a studio down in Fells Point.
Okay.
And so leading to his studio, I decided to get in the middle of the street because this is pandemic time.
Yes.
And there's no traffic, so I'm like, take advantage of it.
Yes.
So I decided to just stand in the middle of the street. It's like cobblestone or whatever paved way there. And I said, let me just get something not in particular, but you can see a straight view of the area. And it's one of those areas, like you said, if you live in Baltimore, you recognize the space. Right.
So I love Fells Point, by the way, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
So it's like one of those stuck in a certain time zone or whatever era where some things stay the same. And I just had to take advantage of it,
right.
Everything that's about it. And, it's a timeless thing. You can look at this and think it might be 30 years ago, but it's last year.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. And we have more.
Mm-hmm.
And this little mouse is not cooperating with me at all. And I
call it the 2020 effect.
Right. And this one is of you and your the name of your business. Like I said, again, black and white.
Yes.
Love this. Is this like your logo or what's going on?
A part of the brand, but the original, aside from me in the picture, but I actually designed the logo. It's one of my other hidden talents.
So many.
So many. We wear many hats.
Right.
I wanted to do sort of like I used Chanel as inspiration, so that I wanted to make the actual initials of my name an actual design.
Okay.
So even when I put it with my pictures or put it on the merchandise or T-shirt, it's elegant and classy enough where it can go on anything. Mm-hmm. And it'll look like a design or it looks like somebody's initials.
That's what's up. I love it. I absolutely love it. And we have more, but I'm going to go to a commercial.
Okay.
Or a couple of commercials. We're going to be right back. For those who listening to this on Let's Talk with Edigga podcast, we are showing beautiful photography of Daisy B Photography. So make sure you check her out. Where can people find you, first of all?
Right now, I am heavy on Instagram because of the visual aspect. So they can go to @HeyDaisyB Photography.
Okay. Great. Hey, we're going to be right back. We're going to pay some bills, so to speak. But don't you go nowhere, because we will be right back talking about the topic. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder with my special guest, Daisy Brown, owner of Daisy B Photography. Don't go nowhere. Much more to come.
There is something about homemade treats that people cannot resist. The texture, the appearance, but most of all, the taste. If these things just activated your taste buds to have some delectable, tantalizing, and delicious treats, try Ellen's Sweet Treats for all of your dessert needs. Ellen's Sweet Treats specializes in a wide range of cakes, chocolate-covered strawberries, cookies, and pretzels, and more. And they are available for weddings, baby showers, gender reveal parties, birthday parties, and so much more. For more information about ordering and general questions, contact Linnea Neal on Facebook or call 443-589-4949. So place your order today to carve out your sweet tooth fix today.
You have a lot on your mind when you're moving, and life can get a little blurry. Let Focus Movers take the stress and worry of relocating off your back and onto their shoulders. Focus Movers is your complete moving solution for moving quickly. They pack, they carry, they move, and they deliver safely and securely. Professional with fair and honest rates, Focus Movers will help you move so you can focus on the things that really matter. Call 443-506-7905. That's 443-506-7905. Focus Movers. Safe, secure, fast.
The Charm City Direct TV merch store is here and open for business. Our mission is to serve everyone with the highest level of quality and respect, and with the best customer service experience ever. You will find just about anything at the Charm City Direct TV merch store, from t-shirts, hoodies, to backpacks and buttons, with all sizes and colors available. So go to www.shop.spreadshirt.com/charm-city-direct-tv-merch- and shop till you drop.
That's right, good people. We are back. If you're just tuning in, this is a special live broadcast of Let's Talk with Edigga podcast. You can watch it right now. We are live on YouTube. We are also live, of course, on Facebook Live, and we are live on Twitter. But you can also hear this broadcast in its entirety on Spreaker. And by the good people at Spreaker, you can now hear it on all major platforms where podcasts can be heard. Apple, iTunes. I always get that because I'm not an Apple user.
Right.
iTunes, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, the list goes on. So make sure you check it out. My special guest today to talk about the topic of this 3-part series, Beauty is in the Eye of the Beholder. My good friend, classmate, that 450 love, Daisy Brown, owner of Daisy B Photography. Again, welcome to the show, Daisy. It's a pleasure to have you.
And thanks for having me on, by the way.
Oh, anytime.
My manners are escaping me right now.
We was just watching or looking at some of your beautiful photography. And like I said, people, there's nothing I like more than a good picture from a talented, awesome photographer. So in this picture right here that we're looking at, this is where is this?
So this is actually from where I just moved from, which is on East Fayette on the other side of Hopkins.
Okay.
And this is actually probably the week of the lockdown for the city.
Okay.
And so my house was actually on Fayette Street.
Okay.
So it's one of the busiest streets, if you're familiar.
Yes.
In Baltimore City.
Right.
So I was kind of like, again, turning in for the night. And I noticed there was no traffic at all. You could hear a pin drop. First of all, in Baltimore City, that's extremely rare.
Okay.
You're going to hear a siren or something.
Right.
It's in the city, like literally East Baltimore. Okay. I'm just saying.
Right.
And it was eerily quiet. In this heaviest, you're talking a few blocks from Johns Hopkins Hospital.
Yes.
No traffic. No helicopters, no sirens, no people walking on the street, no bikes, no people singing. It looked like, just like the photo is showing you, it looked like a ghost town.
Right.
Something that you would see in a movie, like a movie trailer or something.
Yeah. But I saw this. My first thought is Daisy loved the street. Like you like standing in the middle of the streets.
How often do we get to stand in any street
without
the traffic? So I'm like, another opportunity to take a moment.
Right.
That's such a rarity.
Right.
In the city. And I think I was out there for maybe 10 minutes. and just taking my time. No cars, either direction.
Okay.
It was insane. So it was like one of my favorite moments. Unfortunately, it was due to the pandemic, but
right. So this picture kind of stuck out for me on several reasons because this is authentic Baltimore here. And of course, everybody's attention, I know my attention instantly went to the gentleman that's hanging out the window right now. This has to be summertime. Again, I love black and white photography, but if you lived in Baltimore, this was shot in Baltimore, correct?
Yes, Fells Point.
Fells Point. Okay, I see it now with the George Floyd memorial right there in Fells Point. I went past. I had the pleasure to go past that, and we was in a rush. I know we was in a rush. But I kept looking at the driver. I was like, can I please get out and take a picture of this? And they said no. So I said, okay, fine. So I just looked at this, but my attention went to the person hanging out the window. So, and I said, when we go live, we're going to talk about this. So what was going on in this picture, Daisy?
So this is a funny thing. I have the best people in my life that I can call friends, like yourself, and this gentleman is no different. When I was talking about the previous photo down at Fells Point, this is where I was going to.
Oh, okay.
And so this is actually Lauren Cornish again.
Oh, okay.
He's a very eclectic, wonderful, charismatic.
I can tell.
Charismatic human being that I think everybody should have at least one person like him in your life.
True.
He totally takes life and lives life to the extreme fullest.
Right.
And so I was meeting him there to take some pictures of him and his art, and he's so easy. It's like you just wait for the moment to happen.
Right.
And he will take you anywhere.
Right.
So he was leaning out the window to say he was coming downstairs to come out. And then he changed his mind. And I'm like, well, what are you getting ready to do? So next thing I know, I see a leg.
I know that's right.
I saw a leg come out the window. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I cannot save you. If something happens, and the only thing I can do is just stand here.
Right.
And pray that you don't lose your. I swear it was like a good half hour of just all over the place. And he sat out there and he put the, I said, okay, we're doing this.
Right.
And I took the picture.
And this is wonderful. I like it, by the way. I like it. The one, like I said, if anybody, love photography like I do and their attention just automatically goes to him. This is pretty much what you see on a regular here in Baltimore. I mean,
not only a regular, but a regular from him. Like
right.
Lauren Cornish is on Facebook. If you ever need to feel good about life and pushing through things, this man is a open book. Right. And he's sort of like one of my muses, actually.
Okay.
For taking pictures. But so this is like one of few pictures that I did with him because of the George Floyd situation and the dedication that he had to the entire building. Okay. To commemorate and to acknowledge and memorialize that whole incident. Right. So I was like, I'm coming down Fells Point. What you want to do? And this is
awesome. That's awesome. That is awesome. Love the picture. And of course, love the idea of the look of the picture. And this is one more right here. This is downtown.
Yes. Howard Street.
Yes, the famous Howard Street. I was looking at my man Giddy Up. He is sharp. You be catching that. I thought I was good, but you got me beat.
I'm telling you, when I literally the moment came to me.
Okay.
So I was down there again. This is like very early on when they were trying to figure out what to do with precautions and safety measures in the city.
Yes.
And they were very strict on people being outside during this time.
Right.
So I was working with one of my mentors, and he was doing a shoot with a family downtown. And so I was kind of like shadowing and, kind of check things out. So while I was waiting for him, literally, I was leaning on the building, and I'm on the phone with my best friend. And like you said, only in Baltimore, this is the Baltimore moment.
Okay.
Out of everything you say, like this is the moment. So I'm talking on the phone and I'm chatting, and I think this is just before or around Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss the colors.
Yes.
And so I see this man walking towards me about a half a block away.
Okay.
And I said, I gotta catch this. Hold on.
Right.
I'm getting the picture. I'm getting the camera together so I don't be obvious. I definitely want to be respectful.
Right.
And so I'm getting the camera together. So I'm putting it in position so as he's walking, I'll just catch it, but I'm not obvious.
Right.
So while he's walking, I'm waiting for the moment to catch it. And he's like about 2 feet away from me. And he's walking towards me, and the whole time I'm thinking, only I would catch a moment like this.
Yes.
There is nobody else on the street at this moment.
Right.
And this man is in full green.
Right.
Like Kermit the Frog, forget. And then he has the mask, but the mask is under his chin.
Right.
So like everything that was going on.
Right. Well,
everything was going on in the city at that moment, he embodied that afternoon.
Right. And he matching. I give it to him.
He was coordinating. I couldn't get mad.
Head to toe. He was, man. If y'all watching this, you see when we were talking about it. But unfortunately, those who are listening to this, so the person that in this picture, he has on a light green shirt. He has on a patterned tie, some gloves, some white gloves.
I believe he got suspenders.
Some suspenders and a backpack. It looked like he got on a backpack.
It might be. And he has sunglasses on and a green cap that's turned backwards.
Right. And some dark green pants.
Yes.
A little lighter, dark green pants and some white shoes. And when I saw the white shoes, when you sent it over, I instantly thought about Martin. And what's the character? Jerome. Yes. Look at the white shoes. Look at the white shoes. I instantly did that. I was like, oh, you killing it. You killing it. Yes.
You're checking all the boxes.
Right. I was checking it down. He is sharp to the T with a capital S. To the T. Yes.
This is by far, I swear, and I did this in black and white as well. That's the one I was trying to look for. But yeah, this is by far one of my favorite catch the moment, in the moment kind of scenarios.
Right.
And then the crazy thing is I'm always looking at his outfit, and then you have an orange fire hydrant.
Right. Right. So the question or the topic that that I want to talk about, of course, is the popular phrase. It is a phrase. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yes.
And the question, actually, before I get to that question, what type of camera do you use? Is there a special type of camera? What camera would you recommend for photography from your own opinion?
I am by no means a technical person.
Okay.
Let's get that straight. I use right now. I have a Canon.
Okay.
That's your basic camera starter.
Right.
So the whole point of getting this series of Canon is that it's not the camera that makes the photo.
Okay.
It's what you see.
Mm.
So you can get, $199 camera kit to $2,000. But if you don't know how to catch it,
right,
it does not matter what model.
right.
Everybody has a preference, of course, but it's all about what are you going to use it for?
Right.
How's it going to be the extension of your eye?
Right.
And what are you going to feel when you're taking it? Or are you just taking it just to take something? Or like you said before, are you looking for a certain thing?
Right.
And then snap that picture.
Right.
So it's a very soulful connection.
Okay.
Between the camera and the person behind it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Beauty, when you hear this phrase, Daisy, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What is the one thing that come to mind in respect to photography?
Honestly, growing up in Sandtown, Winchester, it's whatever you see in front of you.
Okay.
So, you can have rundown homes, boarded up houses, uneven sidewalks,
right,
potholes, whatever.
Right.
But it's all in how you look at them.
Right.
So it could be something that's an eyesore, or you can find the beauty in it.
Right.
I mean, it's really there's no kind of certain way to put it. It's just how you view it, how you see it. I think it was Tupac that was talking about the rose that grows out the concrete.
Yes.
Perfect example.
Right.
People will probably walk and step on that rose back and forth, going to and fro, here and there.
Right.
But somebody's going to catch that beautiful rose.
Right.
In the middle of a concrete jungle. And just take a moment and be like, wow. Right.
Right. I was so fascinated by photography. And it's crazy because ever since when I got into live stream, because I consider live stream and photography to work hand in hand.
Yes.
Just like right now, I am using a Sony A6000 for my webcam. This camera right here, and for those people who know about photography, the bokeh. I am fascinated by bokeh. The bokeh effect is what you see in the background is faded, and it brings out the subject of the subject in front of you. And when I got this camera, Daisy, the first thing I did was hook it up and created this bokeh effect.
Yep.
And I said, that's it.
Right.
I'm good. And the webcam that I was using, of course, it was a Logitech, which is the recommended webcam for live stream, but it wasn't giving me that sharpness. It wasn't giving me that bokeh, that clarity. I love clarity, And when and it, like I said, the live stream and photography work hand in hand because those attributes are what you get. Quite, it's in a photo,
right?
When you are taking pictures. When you're in your element, when you're doing your thing, how important is those attributes to you? The clarity, the color, the aperture, just the sharpness of a picture. How all of those things important to you when you take your pictures? I'm
always conscious of my environment and my surroundings.
Okay.
So based on where I am, I try to be conscious of how I want to take it and how I want to use the camera. Again, I am by far no technical person, so I'm still trying to get used to ISO, resolutions and all this other thing.
Right.
But and I'm self-taught, so it's easier for me to learn as I'm doing. So doing it in that manner, and again, this is one of my only and first professional cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm figuring it out, and some amazing shots I can catch. But what I'm finding is and what I find in life in general is I love the imperfect perfections.
Okay.
I love imperfect. It doesn't have to be extreme to the point where you can't understand what you're looking at.
Right.
But if there's a blur or you're getting a quarter or whatever, as long as I'm capturing a moment where somebody could look at it and get something from it.
Right.
If it's slightly imperfect to a photographer that's been around for 30 some years or whatever, it doesn't bother me because again, it's being in that moment.
Right.
So I try not to make it a habit of doing it too often, but if it's off a little bit, that's what it was when I took it.
Right.
You know?
That's awesome. I like that. And one last question before we close. How important is editing? Because I see some, photographers that go overboard with the edit. And I'm talking about, too much. I guess I'm saying it right. If the person's skin is beautiful, then leave it alone. I see a lot of just going overboard with the editing.
Over editing.
Over editing. Yes. Just if the person is dark skinned, don't make them black.
Listen.
Right. So how important is that to you? How do you incorporate a lot of editing in your photography, or just enough to bring out the picture? Talk about that.
I like just enough to bring out the picture if it's needed.
Right.
Again, I am capturing the person or the subject or the object that I'm putting in my lens.
Right.
And sometimes I might just do just enough to clarify that focus. But again, I don't want anything to mess up what was caught.
Right.
Honestly, if I don't have to edit, I hate it. I hate it with a true passion.
You better talk about it.
And I will not sit over here like, oh yeah, editing is nothing. I can go in there and knock it out. Screw you.
Yeah.
And the boat you came on.
Right. Whip the paddles in the water.
In the water.
Right.
I'm like, just throw the whole thing out. No.
Right.
I try to do the bare minimum. And fortunately, like some things that I do, editing's not even required.
Right.
Because of what I'm capturing.
Right.
It's not always necessary that you have to edit everything.
Right.
So basically, when I start building my clientele, I will be outsourcing. Okay. Outsourcing that. Yes, I will.
Hey, nothing wrong with outsourcing. I'm like you. I hate to edit. Even with this, even with video, I just hate. And I tell people quick, I don't edit.
I hate it. I will avoid it at all costs.
Right.
It's like I'm the person that just captures it. Don't ask me to do anything else to it. Please. I can't.
Right. So Daisy, one more time. I'm gonna try to write this as you speak. Where can people find you?
So again, it's at Hey Daisy B.
Hey Daisy B.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Photography.
Okay.
So that's my tag on Instagram. The bulk of my work is on Instagram.
Okay.
Because it's a lot easier. I'm definitely working on a website because I had so much that I need to get out there. But and I'm also the staff photographer of the Peel Center here in Baltimore, which is the museum on Holiday Street, right across from City Hall. And so I do at least 95% of the pictures that we use for different projects. And currently, I am assisting manager of the project with the story collection for Lexington Market history right now. So I have a lot of work under my belt.
I know that's right. You better go ahead now. I know that's right.
Lord help me, please. But yeah, I love it all. I wouldn't change it.
Now, are you taking on clients for, say, like a person want headshots or photo sessions? Are you taking on clients for that or no?
Yeah, I'm actually, I just started working because I'm more of a natural light outdoor person.
Okay.
So because of everything, I'm working on trying to do the whole studio lighting and all this stuff. And I'm kind of getting good at it. So I'm trying to target right now Black women entrepreneurs that are either in the beginning stages of starting a business,
Okay,
launching a brand, need a refresher image or whatever, but I'm putting together a package for them to get everything that they need to get them off on the right foot and look good while doing it.
okay.
I didn't have that when I was doing this 11 years ago, baking cakes.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Daisy, again, I want to say thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Like I said, when I glance, I'm on Facebook, but I'm not on Facebook. But of course, when something strikes my eye, I want to reach out and I want to talk about it. So I just want to say congratulations on your new business venture.
Thank you.
Your photography is awesome. I absolutely love it. And that was one of the things that I wanted to, grab you and talk about, and also do the series, this 3-part series. So thank you for helping me kick off this 3-part series.
It's an honor and pleasure. Trust me.
Thank you. And as I do with all the shows, offer some type of advice for up and coming photographers, someone who has a camera. They've been taking pictures here and there, but what can you tell him or her to better their craft or get out there more and capture what they see and just offer some type of advice to an up and coming photographer?
Like my mentor told me, always practice. Even when you become the photographer, practice some more.
Right.
Don't be afraid to get out there and just snap. If it's in your house, in your driveway, in the alleyway, your homeboy coming out to carry out with the chicken vibes. Just take the picture and share it. Don't keep it because nobody's going to see it. Right. Somebody's going to want to see what you do. Everybody has someone that they can connect to. So practice, snap what you can. Don't worry about traveling. Your neighborhood is your canvas. And also share. It took me a long time to share my work because I didn't think people would take me serious.
Right.
So share anyway. It don't matter. Just do it.
Right.
That's it.
There you have it, people. Miss Daisy Brown, owner of Daisy B Photography. Make sure you check her out. Make sure you book them sessions.
Please.
Get to know her. Beautiful, talented photographer. Make sure you support her in these Black-owned business. That is greatly important right now, especially in this pandemic. So make sure you support, make sure you share, like everything that she does. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. This has been by far one of the greatest interviews that I've done.
Oh, God.
Very easy. Very easy. I need to say that.
Listen. It's all good.
And you can check out this interview in its entirety. Again, like I said, on Spreaker. Make sure you go to Let's Talk with Edigga podcast. And by the good people at Spreaker, you can listen to this broadcast and previous broadcasts or podcasts on all major platforms where podcasts can be heard. iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Google Podcast. I'm sorry, I keep saying broadcast. You can check it out on all of those platforms. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share everything. Charm City Direct TV on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, you name it, we're there. We are there. So like I said, good people, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If you are a photographer, do not be scared to go outside. And even if you have to take a picture of the steps,
Literally.
take a picture of them steps.
Make it the best one you ever took.
Right. It has been a pleasure. You have been great as always. I thank you for listening. I thank you for watching this very special Let's Talk with Edigga podcast. To my special guest, Daisy Brown, owner of Daisy B Photography. It's been an absolute pleasure. Don't go nowhere because people going to hang around, but make sure you check out part 2 to this 3-part series with another great, talented, and awesome photographer coming soon. So make sure you watch out for that.
Support Black women photographers.
Yes. Support Black photographers. Yes. Very, very important. Hey, you've been great as always. And in closing, as I always do, I holler at you when I smile at you. Peace.
Later.